So good evening everyone and welcome to the Down Under Mastermind call for, what are we, 24th of September. And tonight we have with us Chris Dallinger. Welcome, Chris.
Thanks, Robbie.
The floor's yours. Tell us what you've been doing and how you've been doing it.
So, I joined in May, end of May last year, with the Six Figure Mentors, and hang on, I probably should start before then. So I've run my own massage day spa business for the last 10 years. I'm a Bowen therapist as well, so I try and help people with their aches and pains and all that sort of stuff. Run a clinic, so it's my own clinic. We're open 7 days a week. And over those last 10 years, obviously, as time's gone on, the internet's played a really important part in that business. And all through those years, probably the last 4 or 5 years, I've thought to myself, wow, the internet is just, so many opportunities out there with it, to sort of free yourself up from a geographical location like your own bricks and mortar business. And, I looked at a few different things quite heavily, started a mobile website business, in fact, in 2013. And so we'd go to people and we'd create a mobile version of their website, and then, they'd pay like $14 a month or something, and we'd make about $6 or $8 per month on each site that we sold. And
so that was, let me tell you, mobile phones, or was that?
Yeah, that was like a mobile website building business, and it was a hard slog to try and promote that, and we didn't do very well with it at all. And right when where we sort of gave it up, I stumbled across Guy Nalan's post about the SFM and about, are you sick of cold calling, finding it hard to, make money on the internet with your internet business or whatever, and found the SFM and just loved all of it. And I didn't even watch, I don't think I watched any of the video series. I just jumped straight into an applicant, then a member, and then elite, and then gold, all within 10 days.
Well, so I only watched the video series until after I joined either. Yeah,
a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
So that was my style, just to jump in the deep end, and and then just sort of, and I knew the whole time that even if I didn't make the affiliate marketing side of it work, I knew that I would learn really good skills to promote my massage and day spa business on the side. So I sort of, had a bit of safety net there in that regard. But really my focus, my main driver for joining was the affiliate marketing side, the high ticket commissions, the $1,000, commissions was the main driver for me joining. And made my first sale that August, so a few months later, and did okay, had a few gold and platinum sales towards the end of last year, all through Facebook, got on a leaderboard, went up in Sydney last year for the event. Went along pretty good, but then just really struggled to scale my advertising on Facebook. So then jumped ship to YouTube and spent, probably $3,000 or $4,000 there testing and trying to, find the right audience and all that sort of stuff on YouTube. And then finally started getting some momentum, probably May. Mid-May was when I, really started hitting my straps with YouTube. And since then I've had, since mid-May, I've had 50 apps. I had my 50th app just the other day, 2 days ago or yesterday. I had 31 members. I think I've had a dozen elites and just the one gold so far. Look, that's one thing I want to talk about tonight, Robbie, was from a numbers point of view, and then talk about more the human element after all that. But so from a numbers point of view, it's really quite exciting because, as Jay talked about, each app, when you're positioned at certain levels, is worth a certain amount. So I'm at gold. Each app's worth about $620 or $50 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you do the maths on that. It's great. So and also there's a percentage of each step. So, you know, certain amount that apply, become a member, a certain percentage then go to elite, certain percentage go to silver and gold and so on and so forth. So the way I've seen it is I've done all the hard work and there's still quite a few to come through, a few sales to come through as against the company averages. Look, I mean, it's got to actually come to fruition, but, you know, when you've got a higher volume of numbers, those averages do tend to pan out. So, yeah, I'm excited about, you know, I do know there's a few people I've been talking to about where they're going to position and all that sort of stuff. So I think I've spent around in total about 13 grand since May in marketing, and my ROI already is 26, something like that. So I think it might even be more than that, but I might have spent a little bit more actually. No, sorry, yeah, I've spent 13 on the campaign. That's not including the testing, the 3 or 4 grand at the start, where I tested to get it. So I've spent must be up to 17 or 18 now, and I've probably got about 28, something like that, back as it stands.
That's still all right. It's still making money, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, still quite a few in the pipeline coming through the whole system. I think I've done on average the first up until this month $5 a lead, which was really exciting. And then just this month, everything seems to have gone up double, even with the same targeting. I'm not sure what's going on. It does seem like the competition from the corporates has really come along in the last few months, from what I can gather. So that's a bit frustrating.
Yeah.
But
you've done all your testing now, so you know where you're at.
Well, I do. I've got a pretty good idea where to go with it all, and it's a lot easier to scale on YouTube than it is on Facebook. That's for sure. So one of the main points I wanted to make tonight is for people that are thinking, you know, they really want to make the SFM, you know, affiliate side of it to work. Is not only do you need to position yourself obviously at elite or higher. I mean, gold's just brilliant because you get the mentoring with Greg and Fiona, the one-on-one sessions, you know, as many as you like, and I've used them, you know, to exhaustion probably. And you really, it's just a great service. That's probably been the difference for me. So yeah, that you need to position, and the other thing is, if you want to make it work, you must be prepared to spend marketing budget. You can't just spend $10 a day for a week and then throw your hands up in the air and go, this doesn't work. It just takes a lot more to work than that. And, you know, Gerard and Chris mentioned it when they started. I think they spent $6 grand on YouTube before they got their first app. And, you know, I think I was $3 or $4 grand before I got my first app. And then further to that, once you find it, you're getting a few sales and stuff, it does take a while to get a bit of momentum as well. So I find that you hear people that get 1 or 2 apps and then they put their hands up in the air and go, no, that must be finished. Well, I came to the point maybe 3 or 4 times where I was about to give up the ghost because I'd had, you know, a few apps and a few members, and it was quite an expensive per applicant figure. And I was like, this is crazy. You know, got a young family, and I've had to borrow and all sorts of stuff to make this work. And I was just getting quite, you know, fearful and whatever. And I just thought something just inside me said, no, keep going. You're getting a few. And then it just really, I don't know what happened. It just got like a wave of, it didn't change anything, but it just all started happening. Probably after maybe $6,000 or $7,000 worth of ad spend. So look, I know it's easy to say from my position where I am now, because I've got, for every $1 I've spent, I've got 2 back roughly on YouTube for the last since May. So it's easy for me to say that, but you just need to be prepared to jump off the cliff a bit and spend some money, and not look at, you know, ad spend as waste or as whatever. It's all learning. You know, for every $1 you spend that doesn't work, it brings you closer to the $1 that does work. That's the sort of how I look at it. And if you keep keep your testing and your measuring and all that sort of stuff, and you got your targeting on, what areas isn't working, and turn it off, turn something else up, and go from there.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I'm loving it, and just looking to go to platinum before the end of November when Jay does his 3-day brand incubator in Melbourne.
Platinum event in Melbourne.
Well, I haven't actually coughed up yet, so I've got to actually do that. Yeah, that's right. I will be there. Yeah, I will be there with you, Robbie. You'll be there, no doubt.
Of course. Yep, I'll be there.
Good. Yeah, so I mean that's like I said to the people that just joined, that was more just a numbers breakdown for me, pretty brief rundown of some numbers from my experience with it all. So I'm not sure if anyone's got any questions on the numbers, or if you want me to move more to the.
If people have got questions, just unmute yourself and ask away.
But as we know, and Jay said it this morning on the orientation workshop, Jay asked me Paddy asked me to join in this morning and have a chat to the new members, and Jay mentioned it that, if your motivation is just to simply make money, then you need to revisit why you're doing it. Is basically what he said. You need to have that human element of why you're doing this, and what joining the SFM community does to people. Like it's such an amazing community and personal development kind of university almost, with the 90-day video challenge, and just what it takes with the mindset stuff to make this sort of thing work. And the feedback I've got from my members and elites and stuff is just amazing. Most of them come in skeptical, and then they join the community, they find the different groups and the 90-day video challenge, and then they write back to me and go, "Oh, this is just amazing. This is the best thing ever." And, and they haven't even started marketing yet. So, I mean, I don't need to preach that to the people on the call tonight. Everyone knows how powerful it can be from that point of view. But I guess what Jay was trying to say is that you try and come from that mindset of how you can make a difference with SFM and introducing it to people in their lives. Yeah. And then if you come from that place, then that this just speaks in everything that you do, your broadcasting, your ads and everything, and you're not coming through with the buy my shit approach, buy my, which just does not work.
This is the next biggest thing that you should be on this, and people go, yeah, right, that's just another one of those.
Yep. Yeah. So that's a big part of what
authentic and passionate about what you actually get out of it, then they're more likely to sign up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and if you can speak from, how it helps, better the lives of the people that join it, and speak about all those type of things, rather than just buy my stuff.
Well, everyone, there's heaps of people out there trying to sell your stuff, and you see their ads, just another one.
Yeah. Yep. And you can almost sense the desperation behind it. Yeah. In their copy or in their video, in their ads, and I think that's a big thing with why we're all drawn to Stu. A lot of us probably found SFM through one of Stu's ads, actually Stu speaking. And I mean, all of my members just go, "Oh, there's something about him. He's just so authentic and genuine, and he, really wanted to make a difference and help people," sort of thing. I think that's true, and with Jay as well, that they really do want to make a difference, and that comes across in everything that they do.
Yeah. And that's why they say, well, it's, use their videos to promote it, and people get hooked on it, and then you can introduce yourself.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly my philosophy is I use a Stu video for my ads.
Oh, right.
Lead with him, and then I was lucky enough to pin him down at Sydney last year and do a little intro video saying, hey, thanks for subscribing. Here's Stu. He's going to explain to you what you can expect in the video series. So it was me introducing him. So then, knowing that they've found and signed up through Stu, and then they go, well, there's this guy. Well, okay, he's the affiliate guy. Oh yeah, and there he is speaking with Stu. Oh yeah, this is real. Type of thing.
Yeah, you're actually with him. It's not a put together video so that you're talking and he's talking. You actually side by side talking to each other. Yeah. Which,
yes.
Comes across as, oh yeah, he does know the guy and's met him.
Yep.
Yeah. So does anyone have any questions?
Oh, there's a chat there. Is there questions in the chat?
Can you hear me?
Hello, is that Rex?
Rex?
No, I didn't speak, but I do want to ask you something.
Oh. You just popped up in front of me. I was thinking, oh, Rex wants to talk.
Was somebody else wanting to say something?
Go
you got it, Rex.
Can you hear me? Huh?
I can hear you, Rex, loud and clear.
Oh, that's good. I just picked up on that term you used a moment ago about university, referring to SFM as a university of personal development. I think that's gold. Do you have any other magical little terms like that?
No, but you can use that one, Rex. You go for it.
I'm going to use it.
it just fell out of my mouth.
No, I just thought that was powerful. That's really, really good.
Well, see,
thank you for that.
No worries. Well, if this rings true with you, Rex, then that's what I mean about genuine, authentic marketing is if that means something, you go out and use that, and that has an energy behind it in your marketing and people sense that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That's real.
I think also you, on these sessions, you need to put a light in front of your face so that the lighting is better. And I've just noticed how bad my lighting is too. Coming from the theatre background. Look at Robbie. Look, Robbie's lighting is perfect.
I haven't gone down
there and one behind me.
I haven't gone down the lighting webinar path yet. From a video as well. I'll move back a bit.
Whilst I'm hogging the microphone just for a moment, Robbie, thank you for this opportunity. Your leadership behind these webinars with people like Chris and the previous one, my mind's gone, is just fabulous. So thank you for that. And I'm cutting out now and shutting up. Goodbye.
Thanks, Rex. I think Ross Crombie's iPhone, in fact, has a question there. He said, can you explain what you mean when you say scale up? So with that, Ross, I'll use my Facebook example back late last year when, you may or may not know, but you should usually start an ad set and an ad at around about $5 or $10 a day. And then see how that goes, let it run for a few days, and you might have, you could have 10 or 20 or just, 5 or so of those running concurrently, different demographics, different targeting, and see how that goes over the course of a few days. And say you've spent $30 on one particular ad, $10 a day, and you've had, let's just say, 4 leads, $12.50 a lead. No, it's 4 leads. $7.50 a lead. That you've found out that's about right. That's great. Now you want to go out and spend more money and get more of those same people at the same cost. I found with Facebook that was really hard to do. That you turn your budget up to, you meant to scale slowly with Facebook. They say 20% every 2 to 3 days is a rough guide of how you scale a Facebook ad. So what's 20% of 10? That's $2. So you jump it up to $12 after a few days, and then you keep scaling, over the course of a few weeks. But what happened with me is that it would not keep the same results, and in fact it would go backwards and almost run out altogether. So Facebook was really hard from that point of view. There is all sorts of tricks, and it's changing all the time about how you actually do that on Facebook. Scale really largely. I think Guy and Alana are the experts at it within our SFM community. There may be others, I'm not sure. But but with YouTube, it's completely different. It really is. Once you've found, some targeting and stuff that's working for you, YouTube, some of you may know this, the little thing comes up against your campaign saying limited by budget, and you might be spending $20 a day, and then it gives you all these options. So, hey, you spend $20 a day, we'll give you another 1,000 views. You spend $30 a day, we'll give you another 2,500 views. You spend $60 a day, and you just click the button, go yes, and all of a sudden it's just working. You can scale really quickly and a lot higher on YouTube than you can with Facebook. So that's a very long-winded answer to a simple question, but I hope that made sense to everyone.
Yep. Do we have any other questions?
Hey, Chris, can you hear me?
I can.
It's me, Nick.
Oh, g'day, Nick. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, bro. Hey, listen, with Chris and Gerard, when they came out with their strategy and just the momentum of how they drove their business, they talk about keeping it simple. And it made sense. And it sounds like you're along the same sort of lines there. Can you just elaborate on that as well?
Yeah, sure.
Strategy sort of thing, just being yourself and what sort of motivated you to pick the style that you made for your ads and campaign?
Well, I mean, probably one of the biggest ways to keep it simple is to target people that want to better themselves. If you look at everyone that's in the SFM community, we all have a want to be better than what we were yesterday, and whatever area that may be. So it's the simplest thing you can do is go and target people that want to better themselves, which is personal development. And that's a very wide net to cast. There's quite a lot of niches and different areas within that personal development space, but that is probably one of the simplest things that you could do with your business is target those type of people. And
is that?
Yeah, you go.
Is that what was that your audience? Or?
Absolutely, yeah.
Being a business person.
Yeah. I'll be honest, with Facebook, I was more, because I'm a business owner, I have my own massage and day spa centre outside the SFM, so I've got my own bricks and mortar business. With Facebook, my targeting was for those type of people, and I did get those type of people, that did work for me on Facebook. On YouTube, for some reason I just couldn't work that part out. I couldn't get the business owner as such, the specific business owner targeted, so I jumped over to more the personal development space, with some different channels and different keywords and whatever else that people are using and people search for on YouTube. I couldn't believe how simple it was. I mean, you go to any YouTube video or whatever on personal development, it'll come up with suggestions of similar type videos from different people, and so YouTube just gives you, the targeting basically for you to use. And some of you may be members of VRoll, I don't know, but they have an amazing targeting research keyword tool within their system. I'm a member of VRoll, by the way, with Gideon, and it's a great little adjunct to the SFM business that I owe large part of my success to as well. So that would be my form of keeping it simple. And I mean, I haven't done this yet, but the plan for me would be with my ads would be to use Stu, use Jay, then do an ad with myself and maybe one with Courtney as well. But I haven't even got to that point yet. And then you'd split test across different, say, targeting on YouTube. You'd split test Stu's ad versus my ad versus Jay's ad versus maybe just a simple, the VRoll ads where it's just the writing that comes up. There's 4 different ads that you could test and split test against each other in certain demographics on YouTube, and then you could just see which one works the best. That would be, I mean, that's not that hard to do. I haven't got to that point, like I said, but I would start, again, trying to keep it simple, I would start with Stu, lead with Stu. He sells. Yeah. And he's genuine, he's authentic, he wants to make a difference in people's lives, and that comes through in his delivery.
You sound like you're growing with, you seem to be developing, and, your creativity seems to be coming out just listening to you talk as well. You haven't even got there, and you already, your growth is coming out with how you're speaking there. Sounds
cheers,
pretty
mate.
good there, bro. Awesome.
Cheers, Dad. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, it did.
Cool.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Hi, how you going?
Good
I just want to ask what V-Roll is. Like, can you explain what that is? An application that you sign up for?
It's a web-based software, like an online thing. You sign up for it. There's a few different levels, like the 47 a month or the 97 and the 197 a month or whatever it is. And V-Roll is a company developed by a guy called Gideon Shelwick, and he's a YouTube partner. And basically he works with YouTube and Google somehow and gets access to a lot of their data. And you can, like I said before, you can use his thing to find targeting and to find similar channels and similar videos to things you're trying to target yourself. You can actually create a campaign within V-Roll and then just upload it straight into AdWords, and it takes out a lot of the detail of having to set up a campaign if you just do it manually through AdWords itself, through YouTube. So, and he also has what's called like these ad templates that, so a sentence might come up to last a few seconds, and the next sentence comes along. There's no actual people speaking or anything like that. It's just like a visual, written type video. You can put whatever words you want in there. You can even now put your own images in the background, and so that's creating the video ad for you as well. But then you can upload and use through YouTube.
That's good.
But like I said, I've barely used that feature. I just lead with Stu. With all my ads, and then introduce myself in the thank you page.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
No worries. So Ross is saying, were you also doing low cost or free advertising alongside your paid advertising? And if so, were you having any success there? So not deliberately, really, Ross. I mean, through broadcasting and blogging, you kind of are doing low cost or free advertising, because your articles are getting ranked on Google and all that sort of stuff. And I have had a few people find me through that, which was a big surprise for me, because I didn't really optimize anything for Google and keywords and all that sort of stuff. But just through writing original content that obviously had the right keywords in it and all that sort of stuff, I have had a few, I think I've even had 1 or 2 apps through it, but just through chance. But certainly wasn't a tactical, direct sort of form. It was just a byproduct of broadcasting to my list and actually creating a blog post for my list to go to. Do you know what I mean there, Ross? I think you know what I mean there. So that you can get success there, and that might be something for everyone that's on tonight. People that don't have a big budget to spend, or you're not willing to, look at Mark Ford over in the UK. He's the master blogger, and it's taken him longer and it's been a slower process, but he's certainly got very good success by just blogging was his main advertising form, and I don't know if he spent much at all on it, if anything, just by blogging.
Yeah, it's about blogging and sharing your stuff on social medias, and that gets you free traffic.
Hi, Chris, Neville here. You got time for a question?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Fire away.
Oh, good. Thanks for appearing tonight, and giving us your words of wisdom. Just with your YouTube campaign, you talk about leading with Ross's video. So is that the video that actually shows as an in-stream video before the main YouTube video comes up?
Yeah, so that's something I didn't mention before, is that my strategy on YouTube has been in-stream all the way, which is, yes, the video that shows for 5 seconds before the little skip ad comes up in the bottom right-hand corner. That's an in-stream ad, and that's what I've been using. Stu's video where he's at the desk in his Miami apartment, talking about, is there something better out there? I've got a question for you. Is there something better out there for you? That's the video. It goes for 5 minutes. I mean, that goes against all YouTube recommendations. Is you should try and the video should go for around about 22 seconds, and then you should try and get the click after that before the 30-second mark. That way it's a free click. But I couldn't really make that work when I tried to do that style of video with V-roll, with the text ads. I didn't try it that much. I probably could have tried it a bit harder. So I just thought, I'll just lead with that video. Gerard and Chris had success with the Pedlo video. I didn't want to just blatantly copy that. So I found another video and used that one. And, if someone's watching that video, I mean, it goes for 5 minutes, you really pre-qualifying them to almost certainly put their email address in once they get to the landing page. If they've got that far and they've clicked and they've gone to the landing page, and I don't think my landing page is very flash at all. It's just a simple, details. It's just an honest landing page about what the SFM is, and just puts it all out on the table. Then you let them put their email in. I think on one campaign I was 40%, of people that landed on the page put their email in, which is quite high for a landing page within SFM.
Yep.
So yeah.
So your actual landing pages are something you've created rather than using the SFM standard landing pages.
Yeah. So I because I joined 15 months ago or so, and the SLC feature wasn't really up to speed, and I know that's a lot better now. I'd already gone and joined lead pages, which is a similar type thing. People might have heard of it. Yep. So I spent, I bought a year's membership on that. So I've just used that all along. I mean, I can share my landing pages. I'm happy to do that. So I'll put them in the chat box and people can go and have a look if they like. So yeah, look, I'd love to say that I use SLC, but just through circumstance, I'm sure you could create. I mean, I know you can create awesome ones. I've seen them come up on YouTube and other members' landing pages that are fine through SLC. But yeah, look, I'll pop this in the chat box.
Thanks.
And go and check it out. And I'll show you my thank you page as well.
Well, if they enter their name and email address, they'll see your thank you page.
What's that? Oh, you want them to sign up, Robbie? They can if they like. I don't care. Actually, I've got quite a few other members that are on my list that open my broadcasts and click on my links. I don't mind at all. Okay. So that's the page that people go to, after they see Stu's video. And once they put their email address in, that's my thank you page there.
Great, thanks, Chris. Because that's a bit I'm sort of struggling with. Is I'm also a V-roll member, and I'm running a few of those V-roll ads, and getting sort of mixed responses in the sort of the 25 to 30 second ad, which is like you, I've got to put in more work, more testing, but I'm thinking of putting just a normal video in there. Just thinking, well, it's hard to get a lot said in a video in 30 seconds, and you sort of want a bit more information, don't you? Like you feel you want. Yeah. I feel anyway that I want at least 2 to 3 minutes of information rather than just 30 seconds. Give me some, which I think is a great video. If 5 minutes will get people listening. You know, if they're interested, as you say, you pre-qualify them. If they get bored halfway through, well then that's okay. You know?
Yeah, so you might have the same information as Stu's video on the next level, like on the landing page, but because your 22-second V-roll ad didn't have enough substance in it or enough kapow to get them to click, then they're never going to get to the actual video that maybe otherwise, if it came up from the start, it would have actually, you know, made the penny drop inside their head and go, oh, wow, hang on a minute, this is something that I'm interested in. So, I mean, I think it's proven with myself and Gerard and Chris with the Pedlo video and, you know, other people using different Stu videos that sure, you got to split test and do different ads, which is using the V-roll. And I mean, I haven't done it yet, but I should be doing one of myself as well, like I said, and testing all three different styles. But it's been proven that these Stu 5-minute videos do work. That's for sure.
Yeah, but I think just as a you know, as a support of B-roll as well, and you know, I think it's their little their tool to you know, help you find that audience. I think is awesome. You know, their sort of research tool within B-roll, I think is fantastic. You know, so you were saying earlier,
that's by far where I've got the most value from V-roll is through the targeting tool, and also actually through the campaign builder. So do you do that, Neville? Do you build your campaign
I do, yes, I do,
then upload it into AdWords? Yeah, so I do that, and the tracking you can use through them is fantastic, whereas trying to set up your own tracking through AdWords manually, to me it seems like you need a degree
that's right,
to get it happening. So there's a few benefits.
I really would encourage people to have a look at that, you know, just to see if they like it. And I think there is a free 30-day trial you can go on and just have a look, you know. But like anything, you know, it's just another shiny tool that we don't want to get distracted by. But I think this one does really help.
Yeah, if you use it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris.
No worries, Neville. And you're in Melbourne, aren't you, Neville?
I'm in Melbourne, yes.
Yeah. Whereabouts?
In Glen Iris. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to catch up.
You're in Melbourne too?
Well, Phillip Island, down south.
Okay, yes, I think I knew that. Yep, that's right. Yeah, that'll be good, actually. Yeah.
We should organise a Melbourne get together.
Well, we did try that with Neen and a few others, but it sort of lost a bit of momentum.
All right.
Anybody going to Las Vegas?
No, damn it. I'd like to.
I'm going.
Are you, Neville?
Yep.
Well done.
I thought, what the hell? I'll take it on.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Are you going to Mexico as well?
No, I'm not a black member. I'm just at gold, so no, I won't go to.
Same as me.
I'll have to wait a while for it. Would be great. I haven't been to Mexico yet, so nor Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, you'll get amazing value from that.
Yeah. So so maybe when I'm back, Robbie, you can you know, if there's, you know, I can give a bit of feedback to the group on what went on there. So you know, if you want.
No worries. So when are you back?
That'd be good. There you go, Neville. Brett and Megan are going.
Are they? Yep. Okay. I think Chris and Gerard are going as well from here. That's all I know that are going from here, and a few people I've sort of met along the way, you know, in the 90-day video challenge, you know, are going, you know, from the UK and obviously from the US and things like that. So that should be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so back to YouTube. I just can't make in-display seem to work. Like I know Paul Dean, I'm not too sure about Gerard and Chris, but Paul Dean's made in-display work really well on YouTube. So just for the listeners, the in-stream is that ad that pops up before the video, lasts about 5 seconds before you can hit the skip ad. So in a way, you're forcing the viewer to watch a particular ad. So you in theory, you're going to get a lot of click-aways and all that sort of stuff, a lot of impressions, but not many views because you're forcing them. But with in-display ad, an in-display ad, they have the choice whether they click on that link or not. So in theory, they should be more qualified if you've got your copyright and the video, the thumbnail image and all that sort of stuff. There's benefits to both, but for me personally, I just can't seem to make the in-display ads work on YouTube. I'm not sure if anyone else has got any feedback on the success or not with in-display ads. No?
No, I haven't tried any of that yet. I've just been using InStream. But.
Okay. All right. Any other questions there, guys? I plan to talk about broadcasting as well. Maybe I'll skip into that. Robbie, what do you reckon?
Go for
it. So yeah, broadcasting is, if lead generation is what, Paul Dean is the 95% of your time rule, then most of what's left is broadcasting. Even if you only got a small list, you need to be, relationship building and providing value to the people that are on your list. I broadcast 3 to 5 times a week, and I try and balance that out with, say, one email which might be just like a link to another article about the digital economy and about where the world's heading in terms of internet usage and what people are doing on the internet, and how, I read one the other day about how some crazy percentage of jobs are going to be gone within 10 to 15 years because of technology, and is your job safe, that type of thing. I think that sort of stuff, if it's interesting to me, being in the digital space that we are, then in theory it's interesting. It should be interesting to my list and people on my list. So I think, all right, I'll send that to them and provide that to them. And when I send those type of emails, I get numerous thank you emails back saying, oh, thanks so much for that. That was great. That was a great read, and it really opened my eyes up to, what's going on in the world and all that sort of stuff with the internet. So that's one style of thing. And that sort of stuff, because we're all into it anyway, should be popping up on your Facebook newsfeed, on the websites that you visit, all that sort of stuff. And you just simply, put a subject line in, write, speak a little bit about what the actual article says, nothing too long-winded, and then just a simple link to the actual online article itself, and really easy to do and providing massive value. That's what I reckon anyway. So I try and do that style of email once a week. Then I do like the time freedom thing about, like making sales in your sleep, which has happened for me quite a bit in the last few months. You wake up and you've got, a couple of elites or gold, or, a new app or a new member that's come in overnight. And that is a key thing to what we're all trying to do here, is that your online business does run 24/7 all over the world while you're sleeping. I just always think of things I'm doing around the house with 2 young boys and, my family. I'm bathing them and getting them ready for bed and doing all that. Yep, my business is running. In the morning getting ready for work to drive off. Yep, my business is running all over the world. While I'm at work, actually doing the physical job of my bricks and mortar business. I just pinch myself and think, yep, my business is running. My business is running. It's just, that's the beauty of what we do. And I try and communicate that with my list, that an internet business, it does run 24/7 all over the world, and the traffic is unlimited. Don't ever have the mindset that, Gerard and Chris have taken that space or someone else has taken that space. There is so much traffic out there. Of course, Facebook and Google and YouTube are the 2 main ones, but there's plenty of other niche markets and niche areas to tap into as well. I don't know too much about all that sort of stuff, but there's certainly other things. So yeah, they're the 2 main things I try and communicate to my list with, and then every now and then I try and shoot a video of myself and try and get people to get a face to my name. So I do put myself on a video when on the thank you page with Stu, as I've just posted in the chat box there. You can go and have a look at that one to introduce myself, but then I try and reinforce that this is me. This is what I believe in. This is what I'm doing. And, as Guy says, you want to try and polarize people. And I get quite a few unsubscribes when I do those videos and I get the odd comment going, you're a dickhead, mate, or I don't want to hear from you. And that's okay. People, you're not going to please all the people all the time. That's just life in general. And if you think you're going to do that and you can't be prepared to hear a bit of that sort of stuff, then you're in the wrong business, because you will hear it as you build your list up and, you get some nasty comments and all that sort of stuff. That's just people's own problems, I see it as. They're too skeptical to believe what's going on, or, and even they mightn't like my style, they mightn't like the way I speak, they mightn't like, what I'm talking about. But yeah, you want to try and polarize people. And on the flip side, they may really like you and like what you speak about and like the way you speak and like the way you present. So they're more likely then to sign up once they do know you. So that's my theories to broadcasting.
Cool.
And I reckon, I haven't recorded it specifically, but I'd say that probably maybe a third of my applicants out of the 50 I've had since May have come from broadcasting, in that relationship building and communicating and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
And it's hard to measure, but I believe that probably a few of the upgrades of the elites and golds and things have come from that as well, just because, you are trying to portray yourself as someone that's real and, on the other side of this computer that, some people don't even know that there's a referring affiliate that they came under with the SFM. They just don't even know that. Well, I try and make that clear that I am the referring affiliate, and try and get them to know me.
Cool. Does anyone else have any questions for Chris?
Do you use Aweber as well, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
And in Aweber, do you break your lists down?
No.
Like the various lists that you target, or have you just got one big list that you target, or have you got ones that have gone from, say, that are at membership stage now, or at so you do different targeting, or do you just target them all?
No, I don't even. Some people, I don't know how they do it, but when someone's going through the 7-day video series, they somehow make their broadcast not go to those people that are getting the 7-day video series. I don't even know how to do that. I just blanket. I do the blanket approach and just my 3 to 5 emails a week just go to my entire list. Yeah, I mean, now that I've got quite a few members and things, I probably should segment my list and start, communicating differently with the members, and maybe have two lists, a members only list and just your normal list.
Yep.
But I haven't done that, so it's just a blanket approach for me. I think Daniel's got a question there. What time do you broadcast your emails? So there's no theory there when they're ready, whether it's, if it's 8 in the morning and I've got it ready to go, or whether it's 2 in the afternoon or 10 o'clock at night, I just hit send. For maybe a month or two there, I was going 5 o'clock on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday, and maybe a Saturday morning broadcast, and I was trying to keep it consistent, 5 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time, just so the theory being there that people then learn to expect that from you. So if you've got them interested in what you're talking about, that they've almost come to the point where they go, oh, here we go, it's almost 5 o'clock, there's an email coming from Chris and Courtney Dallinger type thing. And I think that did work to some degree, but I just found it hard to maintain that time thing. And I let a few go that were a few hours late, and then I missed a few days, and then so now it's just whenever they're ready, they go out. And, which could be any time all over the world when someone's waking up or just knocking off work or in their lunch break. So I kind of like that, that randomness of my timings now. Because I think you can, with the right subject line and stuff, and sending the emails at the right time, some people, you might strike them at the right time where, yes, they're ready to, it's come straight into their inbox, they've got time, and they can listen to a 5-minute video or, you know, read an article or whatever. So, yeah. So Meryl is saying, at what point in the training do you start the 90-day challenge, the 90-day video challenge? Is that the 90-day video challenge, Meryl, you're talking about? So
I joined the 90-day challenge group, but I haven't had and I'm in the middle of module 3 in the training now. But I haven't had any, after I joined the 90-day challenge community, I've just not heard anything more. And I don't know if I'm supposed to proact it or if it's going to kick in the training at some point.
So the 90-day video challenge isn't an official part, as far as I know, of the 5 modules, is it, Robbie?
No.
It's just an outside thing.
Yeah.
An outside thing, which is a very good thing to do, by the way. And you can start that. You're a member, you said, Meryl, aren't you? Yeah, so you can start that whenever you like. And all you need to do is find the... have you been accepted into the group?
I think so, yes. I certainly set up a password and all that kind of thing for it, so I think so.
A password for the 90-day video challenge?
I think I had to put in a password, yes.
No, you shouldn't have to do that. It's just a Facebook group. It's just a simple Facebook group.
Okay, I'll look it up again then, Chris. I obviously misunderstood it amongst the, I think at one point there's so much that you're doing that I might have just confused it. So I'll just go into Facebook and look it up again.
I'll find I'll give you the link for the 90-day challenge there.
Oh, thank you.
While he's doing that, Meryl, just get hold of Irene Webster, and Irene is the administrator of the 90-day video challenge, and she'll get you in. And I agree with what Chris says. You can start as early as tomorrow, and really it's one thing I reckon just do, because you will not only will you get very comfortable with shooting videos, but it's just a great way to meet people in the community. So start as quickly as you can, I'd say. It's fantastic to do.
Wonderful.
What does
I've heard that.
What does Jim Rohn say? He says, work harder on yourself than anything else. Well, the 90-day video challenge will make you work on yourself, and it'll make you learn about yourself as well, about how you come across on video and your funny little things that you do while you talk, and how, all that sort of stuff. And there's been some amazing transformations within the community of people that have gone through the challenge and come out the other side with,
Definitely sounds like something that, I think it's probably quite gut-wrenching, but I think it's a good thing to do if you really do want to, start taking it seriously.
One of the broadcasts I did a few months ago was, by 2018, 80% of online content will be consumed by video. So if that's not enough for you to think, well, I better get myself out there on video, if we're serious about still having a business in 2018, then go and do the video challenge.
Fantastic. Well, just this opportunity to say thanks again, Robbie, for all you do, and also to you, Chris. This has been great, really great sharing all this info.
Oh, I'm glad you got some value from it there, Meryl.
You're welcome.
Did you get the link there in the chat box?
I did. Thank you very much. And I do remember Irene's details from before, Robbie, so thanks so much. I will follow up with her for sure.
But now, if you just click on that link that Chris just shared, it should take you through to that thing, and then you can request that you join the group. Send a request through, and she'll see it and approve you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thanks again, guys. Much appreciated.
No problem.
Can I ask a question? It's Chris here. Can I ask Chris that with the video challenge, I mean, you have to put up videos. What if you're not comfortable about putting up videos? Can't go in a video challenge.
No, you can't go in it, and that's the whole point, is to get comfortable. And that's what it forces you to do. Like, your first video, you'll be nervous as anything, and and you'll be stumbling and stuttering, and you'll be quiet. You won't be looking at the camera. You'll be kicking the dirt on the ground and all sorts of stuff. But that's why it's great, is that it...
Okay. By the end of 90 days, you'll be good.
Yeah.
You reckon?
I don't know about good, but you'll be better. That's for sure.
Can I add to that, Chris? Is that all right?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me okay, because you were saying earlier that my audio was a bit funny, but that 90-day video challenge, I think I'm up to day 10 now, and I've got to say I hate being in front of the camera. And it is awesome. It's something else, but one of the things that I did with it was actually watch a lot of other people's videos to get some ideas. And the mistake that I made was actually not writing down a list of things that I should be talking about. I was trying to think of something each day instead of compiling a list of possibilities of things that I would actually pick from to talk about on video. It actually, funny enough, took my mind away from me actually being on camera. So I wouldn't be worried about being on camera. I'd be more worried about what you're actually going to talk about. So when you compile a list, throw your pen at the list and then pick anything out of that and put a story to it. It's as simple as that.
Good one.
Yeah, that's great advice. Thanks.
But, I mean, there's no certain topics that have to be spoken about. The idea behind the challenge is that you can literally talk about anything. It's not like it has to be anything to do with, SFM or online marketing or anything like that. You can certainly do all that, but you can talk about literally anything. And probably when you're starting to talk about some of your passions and things you're interested in is a good starting point. But what I did, and I actually haven't finished, I'm at about 82, and I've been going for a lot longer than 90 days. But what you might end up doing as you get through the challenge is just doing a video that's actually directed to your broadcast, or that you can use to your list as well. So you shoot your video and talk about something SFM or online marketing related, and not only does it add up as one of your 90 videos for the challenge, that you can actually use it to give value to your list as well, and actually do a video broadcast to your list.
And then you start getting confident in some of the videos. You can actually use your 90-day video challenges and post them on YouTube and share them with the world. And then start bringing in structure to your video so that it comes across better, not just standing in front of a camera chatting.
Yeah, that's good.
I think also, Neville here, I think it's what's also great about the video challenge is that it also teaches you the technology as well. So you're learning about how to use your iPhone or how to use a digital camera, how to edit, how to post, all those sort of things. It's just another great thing to learn and to know, so that those are all byproducts, and the fact that you're on the screen and people are watching you, is kind of secondary. So there's just so much that you learn. It's just fantastic.
Can I just add to that? The journey of 90-day video for most of us is really to develop you. It's you expressing yourself, just being yourself. You can come up with any titles or anything and try and talk about that, but the way you deliver your message is going to come across as who you are. And as the days go along with your 90-day challenge, with the technology that you learn and you develop about yourself and the way you speak, it really is a personal development of expressing yourself. One of the things that I came to realize on my journey was I realized that nobody knew who I was, and that gave me comfort to realize that, well, who gives a shit about them then? And but that's just me. And I came to realize, holy cow, who do I think I am? Nobody even gives a shit about who I am. So I just started talking. But for me, that developed me to speak. and it developed me to express my thoughts. And as time went on, I started to pick up on all these little points that everybody sharing here with the technology and the skills of how to present and what to talk about. But at the end of the day, just be yourself. If you don't try and be perfect, because we all got to understand, we didn't go to university to be a journalist. We are who we are, and we are learning to become entrepreneurs, and we're learning to become somebody that we want to be. And that learning comes from making all the mistakes and challenges that we face and put ourselves through. And the 90-day challenge is exactly that. It's a challenge. With everybody that's going on, it is an amazing development of yourself. You'll be surprised at how well you're going to turn out at the end of 90 days. I can
only second what Nick has said. That is so true. But I would add one other thing too. I've already made the suggestion about lighting when you're making a video. Be aware of your background, because it might be distracting, because I'm looking at Robbie's now and I'm trying to check out what he's got there in his wardrobe. So keep your wardrobe door shut if you challenge.
So have you worked out what's in there yet?
Just,
is that your dress, Robbie?
Be aware of your lighting and be aware of what's showing on the screen behind you. A plant is probably good, or do it in your lounge room or in your kitchen with a plant behind you, but just be aware of all that and be your own sort of film director, because that's part of the ball game, I would say. And that's coming from somebody who, I've got a fear of doing a video challenge or the 90-day video challenge, and that's ridiculous, because I had 20 years on professional stage theatre in the West End of London, and I'm not having a show-off session here. It's just ridiculous that with my theatre experience, I should be hesitant about doing a video challenge. So I'm going to pull my finger out and get on with it.
I want to see yours, Rex, your video challenge.
All right, Sandra. Yes, all right. I've just changed my lighting. I'm sitting on my bed because it's such a lousy bloody day. I've been there pretty much all day reading and carrying on because I am retired. But I should be aware of the lighting too. I guess you can see me all right. I'm not as bright as Robbie, but then he's in New Zealand. I don't know what that's got to do with it.
Yeah, you're a bit lazy, Rex, with all your training and past experience. And look at you sitting there in the dark and you haven't done the 90-day challenge yet. I don't know. What's wrong with you?
I will come to Brisbane. I will deal with you, woman.
Oh, yeah. Promises, promises, love, promises, promises.
Now, listen, after this, I've got to leave you all because my dinner is ready downstairs. And I just, again, Robbie, thanks for this suggestion and these webinars, because it's really great. And more particularly on this occasion, thank you to that gorgeous-looking man who lives down in Phillip Island called Chris Dallinger. Fabulous, Chris. Just fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I can't say thank you enough, because I've got so much out of this, like I got from the other ones as well. But I've got to love you and leave you. So good luck, everybody. Have a great week. See you next week.
Cheers, Rex. Enjoy your dinner.
Yeah, I'm so bloody hungry, I can't tell you. Hooroo. Bye.
Hooroo. Bye.
I'm trying to leave the meeting. How do I leave it? I just put the computer off.
Bottom right corner. Bottom right corner there, Rex.
I'm gone.
See ya.
Bottom right hand corner says leave meeting.
That's what I was doing. Oh yeah, leave meeting.
He's a dag. All right. Any other questions there, folks? Who can we pick on, Robbie? We haven't heard from tonight.
I don't know.
No, we better not do that. That's me.
Go for
it. I'm sure there's always some people, and I used to be like this. Had questions but didn't want to come out and speak.
No question is a bad question.
That's right.
Probably the question they're thinking about, someone else is thinking about it as well and not wanting to ask it, or don't want to embarrass themselves or something. But we're all friends. There's no one.
I've got a question. I've got one. If it may or may not relate to tonight's, but if it doesn't, just fob me off. I don't mind. Facebook accounts. I had my Facebook account shut down a little while back, and I haven't really made an effort to reopen it. Any sort of ideas or what the process is to sort of recreate a new, Facebook account? How you go about it? I've heard all sorts of things about, you've got to give a new phone number and a new email address and a new credit card and all that sort of stuff. So I was just interested into what people's experience is.
I've never had that problem.
No, me either, luckily. But yeah, Guy Ferdman talks about it, and he even talks about, setting up your account on a different IP address. So, wherever you set your old account up on, go to an internet cafe and set one up there and have everything completely different. Not the same phone number, not the same credit card, or, anything at all.
Okay.
And have you pursued trying to get it reinstated? Because I know that some people have had theirs reinstated.
Yeah, I tried that, but they just sort of, they just fobbed me off. And I tried a couple of times, and she just came back and said, it's final, stop, not in those words, but just saying, stop wrestling me, it's final, accept the decision and move on kind of thing. So,
yep.
Well, I've got two Facebook accounts. I've got one that I use mostly for friends and family. And then I've got one that I use for business-related stuff. Now, my business-related stuff, about 2 months ago, they shut me down. Facebook did. But I do all my main advertising for the SFM through my personal account, and because it's a clean account, and whereas my other one, I post lots of things. I do. Because what got me shut down was I tried to boost my blog post, which was about, I was blogging about the SFM, and they said I was promoting a work from home, making money online program, and that's why they shut me down. Yep. But my personal account that is connected to my Facebook page, because it's a clean account, they don't seem to have a problem with me advertising it.
The same things that you were advertising.
Yeah, but I think because my business one has got more of because I'm in so many Facebook groups and I advertise, I do a lot of free advertising through Facebook groups because it's cheap, basically it costs me nothing. So I think that the other account may have had a little bit of it was flagged, but if you can create a new clean one, do it.
Yep, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I was in the same boat there, Rachel. I've been advertising on Facebook for my massage business on Facebook for, the last 4 or 5 years. So all I did was then just advertise SFM through the same account. Yeah. So I think that's kind of helped me through it all as well, which was connected to my, like you said, a friends and family Facebook account. So the Chris Dallinger Facebook, that's my SFM online sort of account, if you like. When you sign up, you're not sure how it's going to go. You're not sure if it's going to work for you. So you're a bit reluctant to just put it out there with your normal Facebook account. So that's the path I took. And I think that helped me, Neville, not get my account shut down. But I think Ross had a question is what's the main issues? I think Sandra's, ignoring Facebook terms and conditions on what you can and cannot advertise. So basically, all the big advertising platforms like Facebook and YouTube and stuff don't like really affiliate offers, or more specific to that, they don't like multiple people advertising the one URL link. So say the sfm.com / blah, blah, blah. They don't want, people from all over the world, thousands of people all promoting that one affiliate link. That's kind of like it's spamming their user base. What they're okay with is being brand you. So, I make sure that I don't put any kind of link on my Facebook or even on YouTube and stuff as well. That's the sfm.com, / whatever. All my stuff I host on my own domain. So it's chrisandcourtneydallinger.com / whatever, and I can make any kind of web page or landing page from that. And also it's about getting yourself out there and getting, Google and Facebook, they want you to promote yourself. So they're not totally against what the SFM do, but they are against certain ways that people do it. And it's not to say, if people think, oh, wow, you're getting your Facebook account shut down. What the hell are you promoting? But it's more to it than just that. I hope that makes sense, Ross, to you? To a few others?
No, Ross, Chris wasn't saying you should avoid having the SFM in your ads. It's just, if you're advertising and all you're talking about is SFM and you look like a third-party person who's trying to advertise the SFM, you're distancing yourself. So you're just looking like a third-party advertising company who's trying to advertise another company. It's okay to advertise the SFM. It's just with the landing pages in the SFM, in the link generator, you go into the link generator, you've got your landing pages in there, you've got your thank you pages and stuff like that. You'll notice in the URL in those, they've all got the SFM in them, okay? Now, if you want to host those, like if you want to have the domain match your website domain, just stick the tidy URL plugin onto your website and then change the link, because with the tidy URL plugin on your own website, you can have the SFM standard pages until you're capable of making your own pages, or until you want to make your own pages. You can use the standard SFM pages, but you'll be able to actually change the domain name to your own website domain name. And you also have the Simple Lead Capture plugin as well, guys. So if you're doing your Simple Lead Capture pages, you can put the Simple Lead Capture plugin on your website. So you're hosting your landing pages on your website rather than hosting them off of your website. It's okay to advertise the SFM. If you look at my Facebook page, I have a Facebook page called Sandra Lemming. Now, there's a sign up, like there's a call to action button they let you have on your Facebook, on your fan pages now. You can be a shop now or a view video or a sign up button. Now that sign up button, I have a standard, I haven't even changed the URL on it. I have a standard basic SFM landing page in that sign up button because I wanted to try something, because a lot of people were complaining about the SFM getting banned from Facebook and accounts shut down. So I set up a separate account for this, for the fan page, specifically for this fan page and this sign up button. Put the standard SFM landing page in there, and it's a video of Stuart and whatnot, and you sign up to the boot camp. And then I followed through Facebook's guidelines and I promoted that sign up button. I expected to have, to get a big slap across the back of the head for that. Oh, Robbie's going to show you. Here you go. I expected Facebook to just turn around and say, no, you can't do that. And yet they actually ran the ad. But up the top in the banner there, Robbie, there should be the sign up button on the page.
Yeah. No.
No, not the email sign up. There's a call to action sign up button in the banner. I can't see the screen because my...
There's no sign up button in the banner.
It's next to liked.
It was saying sign up, so I couldn't see it.
It was saying what?
Sign up.
But after I promoted it, I took it into my website, and as you can see, it's got the independentmarketing.com there now. I took it into the tidy URL and put my website link in there, independentmarketing.com, because that's the website that I'm trying to brand. But, just so you know, it's how you advertise on Facebook, okay? It's what you say in your ads. It's how you construct your ads. It's the type of images you use, and it's who you advertise to. If you specifically target people that you shouldn't be targeting with an ad, to sign up for something like the SFM You know, and these people do complain to Facebook, you're going to get your account shut down. You know, so just be sure about your target market. I mean, you know, don't advertise the wrong thing to the wrong group of people, because you will piss those people off. And if you piss Facebook user people off and they complain, and trust me guys, they will complain. They complain to Facebook and you're going to go down quicker than you can blink an eye. And this is the problem with a lot of new guys coming from SFM and straight onto Facebook, because they hear advertise on Facebook, advertise on Facebook. See, it's just a standard sign-up form. I got away with advertising that on Facebook. I didn't get slapped. I didn't get say you couldn't do that. I got a couple of leads out of it. I only read a $5 ad just to test it. And when it worked, you know, I used the plugin, and as you can see, it says independentmarketing.com, how to work online. That is done through the tighter URL plugin on my website. So it doesn't even look like a landing page link now. It just looks like a web page. But, you know, I've done this before in the past, and I've had the one Facebook account, and I've never had my Facebook account shut down. But then again, I'm pedantic, so I downloaded all the policies, all the guidelines, all the agreements, all the terms and conditions, and I've shared them over and over and over again with everyone in the Down Under group. I've put them in the SFM community. I can't make people read them. I can't make people print them out. But here's a tip for you. I have them all printed out. I printed them all out, especially the advertising ones and what you can and can't advertise on Facebook. I printed that out, and I sat there meticulously for a couple of hours going through it with a fluoro marker. And I marked with the fluoro marker, I marked the important points. And I took those, those points and I put them in a smaller version. It's like a little card, and I keep the card beside the computer when I'm doing an ad, and I make sure I'm not going outside those points that are going to get me blacklisted on Facebook. And you can't fool them. You can't pretend. You can't think you're being smart and clever, because Facebook will know. I mean, if they clear the ad when you first start, you know, that may just be a generic computer clearance until a real live person at Facebook can actually go through your ad and start clicking on your links and reading things. And, you know, so your ad could run for 3 days before a human person at Facebook clicks on its stuff and goes, well, hang on a minute, this is a breach of our policies. And they get really dirty, and they do. They suspend accounts, shut you down, do all sorts of stuff. But it's not that you can't advertise the SFM, Ross. You can advertise the SFM, just you don't need to advertise it as the SFM. You're better off with Facebook, to get noticed on Facebook with your ads. You're better off advertising in a native way, from you. So, you know, even if you do a short video, 30-second video about something you learnt in this fantastic business community, and then put a short 1-sentence line with it, and then use the call to action button that Facebook supplies for ads, and do that, and then send them to a sales page or a page on your website or a landing page. As long as your video and your ad is congruent with your landing page, you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. Because, you know, that the SFM isn't what you're advertising. It's what you're learning in the SFM. It's the tools, the training, the life-changing experience that you're getting from the SFM. I mean, if it was just the SFM that was so great, well, you know, the whole world would be there. And you'd see SFM everywhere. You'd see SFM stickers on fridges and SFM banners on cars and stuff, you know. So try and get SFM out of your head and think about what you're getting out of the business system, out of the training, out of the education. Think about the benefit that the tools are supplying to you. That's what you want to advertise, because if it's beneficial to you and you're enjoying it, then people who are the same as you, who are similar to you, that's going to resonate with them, and they're going to connect with you really well, and it's going to make it really easy for you to build a relationship with those leads as they come through your sales funnel. So try and get the SFM brand, six-figure mentor brand, try and get that out of your heads and think more about what it is that you're getting out of the SFM. You know, it might be a laptop lifestyle. It might be the ability to travel around the world. It might be the ability to not have to go to work and spend time at home with your kids if you're a stay-at-home mum. You know, it might be, you know, you might come from the corporate world where, you know, you worked, you know, as an assistant to the CEO or at CEO level, you know, and you're putting in 10-hour days. And what you're getting out of the SFM is the fact to replace some of that income so you don't have to put in those 10 and 12-hour days. There could be a million reasons why you're in the SFM. It's not SFM you're selling. It's it's the benefits. The benefits is what you're selling. That's what you're giving to people, the benefits. Whenever you're doing any advertising, it's the benefits. It's the same as like I wanted to run an ad. I ran an ad for toothpaste, okay? I wasn't selling toothpaste. I was selling the benefits of my toothpaste. What were the benefits? You know, the benefits were, if you don't want that fairy teeth feel, you know, this tooth gel kills the germs and bacteria in your mouth for 12 hours. So the benefits are the ability to kill the germs that create the fur on the teeth, which creates plaque, for up to 12 hours. So you've got to find the benefit of what it is that you want to promote. It's like yourself when you go for a job interview. You're not promoting your life, your house, your wife, and your cars. If you want to get that job when you go for a job interview, you're promoting yourself. So you promote the best things about yourself. So take a look at your business community, take a look at what you're doing, take a look at your mindset, and look at the benefits. What are the benefits that you can share with others in the form of an ad that doesn't look like a commercial ad, that will help people, that will be life-changing, that will solve problems? And I'm going to shut up now because it's Chris's call. Sorry, Chris.
No, you're right, Sandra. That's good info. Very good. Neville is asking, just had a look at your landing page on your website. Is that hosted on your website? And if so, how do you create it in WordPress? I'm trying to get a standard SFM landing page hosted on my site. Can't work out how to do it. So that landing page there, Neville, was built in lead pages. Like I said, I joined up before SLC was sort of, you know, up to scratch. Yeah. And lead pages have a plugin, as does SLC, as Sandra mentioned, a plugin that you put on your WordPress site, a lead pages plugin, that then basically goes and finds that lead pages page you created. And then instead of having leadpages.net /Chris and Courtney Dallinger account, the URL then is just chrisandcourtneydallinger.com / whatever you want it to be. So that's certainly doable with the SLC. As Sandra was saying, there's a few different ways you can do it, but you'd need to install the SLC, which is a simple lead capture for people who don't know what I'm talking about. Install that on your WordPress site, go and create a landing page using SLC, and then there's a video there. Stu has a video on how to do it all.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can, then that landing page will be at your domain name / whatever you want it to be. And that is what you should be doing for for your advertising, especially on Facebook and YouTube.
Yep. Okay. I think I was just missing that link of the of having that plugin. So thanks very much for that. Yep. That's great. Thanks.
Are you using SLC, Neville, or?
Yes. Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Cool.
Chris, I was just having a look at that the other day, and I actually couldn't find that plugin in WordPress. I tried putting in a couple of different things in the search, and it just didn't seem to want to come up.
You have to find it in the back office.
In the Digital Business Lounge. Go into the Digital Business Lounge. You'll find a section there for WordPress plugins that are recommended by the SFM, and you'll see all the WordPress plugins there. There'll be your Tube Capture plugin, there'll be the Tidy URL plugin, and there'll also be the Simple Lead Capture plugin.
Okay, so get it through there, not through WordPress itself. Okay.
No, not through WordPress itself through the Digital Business Lounge. Go in now. You can, and what you'll do is you'll download the plugin into a folder on your computer because it downloads as a zip file, and then open up your website and go to plugins on your WordPress website. Click on Add New and upload upload that zip file that you downloaded from the Digital Business Lounge, the plugin that you downloaded. Upload that to your WordPress account. I think I did a tutorial video on that. I'll have a look for it, I'll find it, and I'll stick it in our Down Under group for you guys, for you new guys, because you probably haven't actually seen anyone actually do that live. But I'm pretty sure I did a video on how to do that. So I'll find that video and I'll put it back up in the Down Under group for you.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you for that.
That's all right. There is another way you can do all of this as well too. This will go over the head of the really new guys, but that's okay. It's in the back office. In the SFM back office, you have the opportunity to, like, what you can do is you can purchase a domain name. You can purchase it in the DBL, or if you use GoDaddy or whatever, Namecheap, whatever, you can do that. And now, as long as that domain name is empty, it's like it's not attached, you haven't built a website on it, you can actually then use that domain name in the back office and link it up with your SFM account and host stuff that way. But you'll find the instructions for all of that in your SFM back office under Basic Curriculum, and I think it's in the, is that in the advanced section, Robbie, in Module 3?
Could be.
I think it is, yeah. I think it's in the advanced section of Module 3. I'll have a look for that as well, and I'll find the exact avenue and instructions for that and show and put the link up in the back office as well. Yeah, they're down there where Robbie's got it, WordPress plugins. As you can see, all the WordPress plugins are there. My lead bar, title URL, simple lead capture.
And just click on there and it will download.
Yeah. That Your Tube Player plugin is absolutely awesome. That's something that you can use at the front end of a sales funnel. It's a gift you can give away for free. I actually used that the other day to pick up a lead. I had a business lady, she rang me on the phone, she was desperate. She's like, oh, I'm trying to put this video on my website, and I tried everything, and for the life of me, I cannot make it smaller. It just keeps taking up the whole friggin' page. It's like, and anyway, I went and had a look. Like, she screen shared with me because I said, call me on Skype, and she screen shared with me and she showed me, and it did not matter what she did. This video was like huge, and she didn't want it huge. She wanted it small to go with some other info that she had on her website. And, no matter what we did, we could not get this video to reduce. So what I did was I gave her a link, my SFM link, to the title URL plugin. And she used that link, she put the video into that, she set it up how she wanted to with the sizes and stuff, and put it on her website, and bingo, it was exactly what she wanted. It was the size, it took us all of about 10 minutes because she was on Skype and I was walking her through it. She loved it, she thought it was fantastic. And she's like, I noticed a download button on that area. I said, yeah, you can download if you want. And the great thing about me giving that particular link to her is when she downloads, she had to sign into my list. So she's now actually on my list receiving the bootcamp videos, which was pretty awesome. So, I notice a lot of you guys forget the Your Tube Player plugin, but honestly, if there are people out there who are having the same problem as this lady and they cannot shrink the video for the life of them, no matter what they do, their website just won't let it happen. Yet the Your Tube Player WordPress plugin will do it for them, and they can have it as small, as large as they want. They can take the player buttons off of it, and they can put a color banner. They can do whatever they want with it. It's fantastic. Have a look at it. You might be able to drum up some interest on your fan page just by doing, sharing your link about it and putting a little talk about it there. Put it on do a blog about it on your website, or if you're doing a 90-day video challenge, go and have a look at Your Tube Player. have a play around with it and do a 90-day, do one of your 90-day videos on it. Same with my lead bar plugin. Same with the list building report. Have you guys downloaded it? Have you read it? Do a short video on that and how great it is. And these are things that you can advertise about about the benefits of the SFM. These are all things that you can use in your advertising.
And blog about them.
You can blog about them, talk about them on social media. Yeah, they're all benefits. Think about the benefits. Try not to think about the money. Try not to think about the fact that you signed up to make money. Think about the benefits. What are the benefits that you're getting? And when you can flip switch in your head and get that mindset happening, that's when beautiful things happen, don't they, Chris?
Absolutely. That's the key to it.
Well, if no one's got any more questions, we'll call it a night. Any more questions? No, thanks for coming. Thanks, Chris, for all your input tonight. I'll get this.
No worries, Robbie.
This is all recorded, so I'll get it up on YouTube and share it in the group. Probably.
Yeah, thanks.
Sometime.
Thanks, Chris. It was great.
No worries. So I just put a link there in the chat box, enounce.com. Not sure if anyone's heard of that one. Because we're watching a lot of videos, a lot of recorded webinars, a lot of stuff in the back office, it costs, I don't know if it's $19 or $8 or something, but at the top of your little Mac here, there'll be a little application, whatever it is, and it just gives you the ability to watch videos at a faster speed. So 1.5 times the normal speed, or 2 times the speed, or even 3 times the speed if you can understand someone speaking really fast. But I use it all the time. It's fantastic. You can do that on YouTube. You can speed up a YouTube video, that might be an hour's tutorial on something, and you can watch it in half an hour. And it even tallies up how much time you've saved as well for you. It's a awesome little thing that I use.
That's awesome, Chris. I was just thinking, man, that's just like, if I laugh, I was thinking when you said you could speed it up as much as you like, depending on how quick a person can talk. So you can speed it up so the person sounded like a chipmunk, like Alvin the Chipmunk from the Chipmunks.
Yeah, no, that's... Yeah, I know what you're saying there, but it doesn't actually sound like that.
Oh, what a bummer, because I was going to say, if you could do that, you could take a little snippet, like a little 20-second snippet of that with, the video sounding like, starting off normal and then going into chipmunk style, and you could actually use that as a video ad on YouTube, and, it would actually definitely catch people's attention, Be like, what?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't put it in the actual public chat box. Sorry, here we go. There we go, Neville. It's in there now. I'm pretty sure that's the link.
So that's for Mac users, is it?
No, Mac or Windows or PC.
Cool.
Either way. It's a great
I usually just download and watch them in my media player on my computer, because I can do that online or offline.
And then can you speed them up? Can you speed it up?
With Windows Media Player, yeah, I can.
Oh, you can? Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks, Robbie.
No worries.
Thanks, Sandra.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. It's been great. Yeah, fantastic.
Thanks, Chris.
No worries. Speak soon,
yeah,
guys.
Thanks, everyone. It was good to meet you all.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.